So, we're about to dive into something incredible. It's a blueprint for survival, and it's hidden inside the story of a civilization that just refused to die. I mean, it faced total annihilation over and over, and it's a genuine historical anomaly. Okay, to get this, you've got to picture two kinds of fortresses. First, you have the stone fortress. It's rigid, right? Thick walls, brute force. But when history hits it hard enough, and history always does, it just shatters. But then you have the liquid fortress. This one is different. It's fluid, it's adaptable. It doesn't break, it absorbs the shock, changes its shape, and just endures. Right, so this whole idea of a liquid fortress, it leads us straight to this huge historical mystery. A puzzle that some call the graveyard of empires. It seems like a fundamental law of the universe, right? All great empires fall. I mean, think about the Egyptians, the masters of stone. The Babylonians, masters of law. These were civilizations that seemed absolutely unbreakable. But today, they're dust. Their languages are dead. Their gods are sitting in museums. It's a law of history. And yet, there's this one stunning exception. So why did Persia survive? I mean, it was conquered by the Greeks, by the Arabs, by the Mongols. Its cities were flattened, its religions completely overturned, and still the culture, this Persian mind, it just kept going. How? How is that even possible? Well, the answer, it turns out, isn't about stronger walls or bigger armies. It's in a totally different kind of architecture. It's in a resilient cognitive software that valued being adaptable way more than being rigid. All right, to really get this, we've got to dip our toes into a little physics. Let's talk about entropy. You can think of it as the universe's natural tendency to fall apart. It's disorder, it's decay, walls crumble, memories fade, empires fall. Entropy is like this constant, powerful river current that's always trying to wash everything away. So, what's the opposite of that? What fights back against all that chaos? Well, that's coherence. Think of it as alignment. It's the force that allows all the different parts of a system, people, ideas, rituals, to kind of vibrate together to create one strong, clear signal that cuts through the noise. A civilization with high coherence, it's like a laser beam. And this is the absolute genius of the Persian strategy. See, they understood that the physical stuff, the state, the buildings, the armies, that's just the hardware, and it's the most fragile part. Deeper down, you've got the background processes, things like daily rituals and cultural rhythms. But at the very, very core, you have the operating system, the myths and the stories that tell a people who they are. And here's the secret. When the hardware inevitably breaks, the software can survive. Okay, theory's great, but let's see this software in action. We're going to look at 3 incredible real-world examples of these survival protocols running during what should have been extinction-level events. All right, threat number 1, just the sheer complexity of it all. The ancient Achaemenid Empire was massive. It included almost half the entire world's population at the time. We're talking hundreds of languages, religions, cultures, all crammed together. Now, according to the laws of entropy, a system that diverse should have just collapsed into chaos almost immediately.
You'd think it would fly apart, right? But it didn't. Cyrus the Great ran what we can call a tolerance algorithm. Instead of trying to force everyone to be the same, he practiced what's called high receptivity. He absorbed the strengths of the people he conquered. He'd literally pull in the best stonecutters from Greece, the best goldsmiths from Egypt. He kept the Persian core, the king, the big ideas, really rigid, but he allowed the edges, the periphery, to be totally flexible. It was a stable, low-entropy system built on harmony, not on force.
Okay, now for threat number 2, a complete and total system failure. The Arab invasion in the 7th century just wiped out the Persian state. The official religion was banned. The entire legal system was replaced. The kings were all gone. This should have been game over, period. But the culture pulled off this absolutely brilliant survival move. The language and the identity, they retreated. So while men went out and learned Arabic to survive in the public world of business and government, the culture itself was saved in the private world by women. Mothers created what you could call a linguistic ark, keeping the Persian language and its stories alive in lullabies, in conversations in the kitchen, making sure that every single child received a Persian soul long before they got an Islamic education. And then we get to the final test. This wasn't just a threat. This was an extinction-level event.
The Mongol invasion of the 13th century, well, it wasn't a conquest. It was an unmaking. It was the total erasure of the physical world.
I mean, it's hard to even wrap your head around that level of destruction. Entire cities were just gone. Libraries, the entire memory of the civilization were torched. The complex irrigation systems that life depended on were destroyed. This was it, the absolute 0 point of history.
So really, how do you survive that? When the hardware of your civilization, your cities, your books, the very ground you walk on is turned to ash, what could possibly be left? The answer is just beautiful. You make your garden portable. In an age of absolute chaos, the Persian rug became a key piece of survival technology. See, it's not just a carpet. It's a map of the cosmos, a perfect, ordered, protected world that's woven right into wool. It is a sanctuary that you can literally roll up and carry on your back, a portable piece of coherence in a world that's gone completely mad.
So, look, this isn't just some cool story from ancient history. This blueprint for resilience has some really profound lessons for us right here, right now, as we try to navigate our own chaotic world of digital noise and fragmented attention. So, I've got a question for you, and it's a serious one. In this world of constant noise and fragmentation, what's your carrier wave? What's the signal, the story, the ritual, the core principle that holds you together and gives you direction? This is the blueprint. This is how you can start building your own liquid fortress. You build with software, not just hardware. Focus on your values, your knowledge. You actively find the coherence in the chaos, the signal in the noise. You figure out what is so essential that you have to make it portable. You create order in your life with your own rituals and rhythms. And you never, ever forget the story that defines who you are. You know, this ancient civilization literally built a machine, a cultural machine, that was capable of carrying its soul through the fires of history. The blueprint is right there. The challenges of our time, well, that's the river in front of us. And the choice, as always, is ours. Take the reins.